뭐 먹고 싶어? I made a list. These are the things that I'm trying to do every single day.
You're the only one who can actually help yourself first.
People need to like take care of themselves.
Start reading positive quotes, positive affirmations.
I love being around people like that.
But mental health is not that much spoken of in here.
Oh, you look pretty. 뭐 먹고 싶어? 만두국? 아니, 떡국? 만두 떡국? 난 콩국수. 콩국수 먹고 싶은데 날씨 좋아서 그래. 알겠어. 근데 여기 너무 복잡해서 찾아보자.
Yes.
We tried.
We tried.
We just walked around for like 15 minutes trying to find the restaurant.
The one that we want. We couldn't find it.
We looked for Korean food. We tried, but here we are.
We asked a bunch of people where to find the Korean restaurant because we really wanted to have, like, we were so down for Korean food. I was so down.
You
For, like-
wanted that talk mandu.
Like oh my god, like a good mandu and like with the talk. But here we are at a pasta place.
What are you gonna get?
I was thinking just this one. I just want to get this.
Okay, get it. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, throw them around, sure. Do you have a favorite pasta?
I like cream pasta or oil pasta the most.
If you had to have a pasta for the rest of your life.
Oil pasta. It would be cool if they had like free bread. I would love that.
That would be nice.
I wonder if we get coffee after. That would be amazing. An ice americano.
Oh, what?
Usually they're like too sweet or something.
That was so mild.
I feel like both of us have like fresh start syndrome.
To be honest, I don't know if like I feel like a lot of people felt this way about this year being like really like a year of change.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just also with like the people around us. I don't know, like maybe it's like an age thing, but I feel like people from different ages have been feeling the same thing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this is a year of change.
Yeah. Everything that happened with Corona, and then like it took a year for people to kind of like come back out of the like cocoon. But
Yeah.
now I feel like people are like, oh, like now it's time to like live again.
You know, like actually the year after COVID, like after
Yeah.
everything was like lifted, all
Yeah.
of the like restrictions.
Yeah.
I feel like that year after that happened, like the whole year until like even last year, everyone was seemingly kind of going crazy a bit in a sense, you know?
Oh, 감사합니다.
That is cute. I'm just gonna eat that cheese. I'm just gonna dip it and just eat it. Like, let me just performance. Cheese, dip it a little more, make it go all in. Oh gosh, without the plants, preferably. Now it's dipped in sauce, and then you eat it. Oh, I like it. Oh, this was a good choice.
Yeah. I like the microgreen. Oh, this is like all nice garlic. But you're gonna eat all that.
Can I have your garlic then?
I'll give you some.
Garlic is delicious. Oh, don't mind if I do. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's good. Ooh, I like the seasoning. Garlic is so good though. This year is a year of change. A year of pasta. Emily, we have to talk.
We have to talk. We have serious things to talk about. Some of you might be wondering why a 27-year-old would want to hang out with 4-year-olds.
She's fun. You're fun.
Thank you.
That is why I've often been the oldest person in my friend group,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, when I first came here, I was around your age. I was 1 year older than you. And I was for sure the oldest all the time.
Yeah.
And the most messy.
Fair, I've been messy too. but I still feel like maybe it's just my tendency, like I want to take care of people, kind of.
Oh.
But it's not really a good thing sometimes. Like, you know, you have to put yourself first, of course.
But to your point though, that's exactly what this whole year seems to be the theme of. Like, people need to like take care of themselves and start putting themselves.
Yes.
I don't want to say first because that implies that you're not like concerned or worried about other people.
Yeah.
It's not that. It's more just like if mom is okay, if mom is happy, then the kids are going to be okay and the kids are going to be happy. And so I'm making changes, you know, to facilitate that happiness for myself and for my children. But I think like that works at any age, in any situation. Like if you're not okay, if you're not taking care of yourself, if you're not getting enough exercise, if you're not eating right, if you're not sleeping well, then you're not going to perform well at work. And you're not going to be a good partner to who you're dating or whatever. You know what I mean?
That is true. Self-care is very important because you have to take care of yourself first before you can take care of somebody else.
Okay, this is an interesting topic. So how do you self-care in Korea then?
That's kind of a hard thing, honestly. It took me so long before I started to kind of actually do proper self-care because you know it is intertwined with mental health.
Yeah. Oh my god, of course.
But mental health is not that much spoken of in here. So then the only help that you can get, or like the easiest that you can get,
Like
is
superficial things?
it's like from yourself. You're the only one who can actually help yourself first. I think that's just for your own sake, discovering the way that you practice your self-care and self-love is like the best way, because people can help you. People can listen to your like issues or to your problems and try to help you, but in the end it's gonna be you, right? The first person to introduce that to me was actually my best friend who I got to know here in Korea. I mean, she's abroad now, but like she used to tell me these things, like show me like quotes and stuff about self-love and self-care. And I used to be this kind of like edgy type person and be like, what is this? It's kind of cringy. I don't wanna see this, or I don't wanna think about this because I'm so strong and I don't need this. And then at some point it got really hard here. Really, really hard. And I was like, you know what?
As it does.
Of course.
To
So I
be
was
an
like,
expat in any country.
Yep. So I was like, well, you know what? I do think my friend is very knowledgeable and wise, very wise, nice person. So I was like, you know what? I'll just start reading positive quotes, positive affirmation for myself. And then I started developing, like putting my own spin kind of to it and like finding out what works, what doesn't work for me, for my own like self-improvement. And I just started feeling like, yeah, I do want to be like a better version of myself every day. And like, okay, I made mistakes yesterday, I'll just do better today. And I'll probably mess up today, then I'll just do better tomorrow.
Okay, let me add to this. When there's a lot of people that want to be better, there's a lot of people that want a better life. But one thing that I've learned is that unless you're willing to put the hard work in and complete the things that you don't necessarily want to do, because I just learned from like Dr. Huberman's channel that one of my friends told me about, if you do a task every day that's something that you don't want to do, that the center of your brain, which like is basically the center for willpower, that area will grow and become stronger. But just as it's so it has plasticity, meaning that it can change in size and whatever. But that just as easily as you build it, it will shrink back down. So you literally every day you have to do something you don't want to do, like completing a task. Like if I actively start doing at least one thing every day that I don't want to do because it's hard or it's tedious or it's boring, then that area of my brain will continue to grow. It doesn't matter how old you are. It keeps having this ability to get stronger, but just as easily it can deplete in size. So that was something that I learned recently that I thought was really cool. And like, just knowing that like, all these things I want, they're only dreams unless I actually start making moves to do them. And that's why this year I started doing a job that I'm interested in, that I've always wanted to do. Taking chances and doing things that are scary, but like I know it's gonna make me happier.
Yeah, unless you make like sort of a drastic change, nothing is going to actually change.
That's exactly right. And then you just keep staying in this cycle of like negative thought patterns or
Yeah.
whatever. And it's not always easy. It's not always easy, but it's
No,
something
it's
you have to
not.
like force. Like, you know, people say happiness is a choice.
Yes.
Like, you literally choose it. Like, in any given moment, you can. In any given moment, you could be like focused on something negative because it's easier. It's
Oh, yeah.
easier.
It's so much easier to focus on negative things. And I think it's because it's all around us. When you think about
Yeah.
it, there's so much negativity in like, but then when you spend your time and energy to find something negative, you can as
could.
well just find something positive.
Yeah.
It's gonna take you the same amount of time, the same amount of thoughts, and you're gonna feel so much better.
So I have a thing, I made a list. These are the things that I'm trying to do every single day. 10 things that every single day I should do. The first one is write down 3 things you're grateful for right now.
I think I have the same thing.
Yeah. Then you write down your manifestations for the day. So this is, and remember we talked about this before. Like, you don't write down, I want this, I want that. No, you write it in past tense as if you already have it.
Right.
So like,
Yeah.
I became like successful in my career.
Yeah.
I'm in love and happy. You know, my children are healthy and so happy. Like, all the things that you want to manifest, write it down as if it's already happened and write it down every single day. So, you know, and then like I have 8 other things that I have on there, like drink enough water, get enough sleep,
Yeah.
try to like exercise. So I take my dog on super long walks every night. Just talk on the phone.
When you start putting in this positive energy and positive mindset into your life, like your daily life, just your mindset is gonna change. Because if you stay with negative thoughts, you just stay in this negative loop. So you're not gonna get any further.
Yeah.
Whereas with positive thoughts, it can like give you more inspiration, give you more ideas, and especially when there's an idea that you start feeling very excited about, but you're so scared at the same time. When you're like really excited and really scared, I feel like that is the type of thing. If something makes you feel like that, that's something that you should just absolutely go for.
Yeah.
That's something like definitely it's like you're scared because it's new and you're not familiar with it, but you're so excited because you know the possibilities of what you can get, what you can earn, what you can gain.
Absolutely. And like, you're scared. Yeah, you're scared because you like it's something you truly want. But like, another thing to point out, like, I really believe this, that the universe is gonna pull things to you that are meant for you and push things away from you that aren't.
That's true.
And so like, sometimes when I'm strong enough to really remind myself of that, and when I'm really like in a positive enough mode where I can be like, okay, just, you don't have to, like, of course you have to push for things you want, but if something gets lost along the way that you want it, it just means it probably wasn't meant for you or it wasn't the right time. I used to be someone that was like holding like a lot more jealousy than I do now. And then I started like just training myself to be like, oh, she has a good career. Good for her. She must feel so good. I'm so happy that she has that positivity. And I'm like, that's amazing.
That's the best way to go at it, because when you're just like jealous of a person and you're like, oh, this person either doesn't deserve it or
Who am I
they're
to judge that?
yeah, exactly. So it's like, well, good or bad, people get what they deserve. So if that's what this person has at the moment, then that's good for them. And maybe you see that there's something good, but in reality, it's not that good, you know?
Like, that's just life. You just go along this path and you just never stop learning. You should never stop learning. You should never stop leveling yourself up
Because
ever.
I feel like, you know, people who go like, oh no, I've already learned everything. It's like, no, you haven't.
Those are the people
No.
that know the least. I swear.
Yeah, that's the thing. But yeah, no, like, and everyone has their own speed of like understanding and learning. So when people are like, when something happens and you just cannot understand why a person reacts a certain way or how somebody could do a certain thing, it's just like, at that time, that person thought that it was the right way.
Yes.
Or the right decision. But that doesn't mean that they're gonna continue going that same route.
Right.
If you are striving to be better every day, I'm not gonna say like, oh, you're a different person every day, but you're like,
You're growing though.
you're growing and you're willing to grow and understand and learn.
Listen, my
Yes.
favorite people
Yeah.
are the people that enjoy to learn and that enjoy to grow and enjoy to like level themselves up. Honestly, that's like, I love being around people like that. Because I am like that. And like some people would say that's like 욕심. You know 욕심? 욕심 means like greed. But there's like 좋은 욕심, like good 욕심. That's like hungry to always be better.
Yeah. That's like different than like, it's not bad. That's a good thing.
It's a really good thing. It's different than like being selfish and wanting everything for yourself. That's not the kind of 욕심 that I'm talking about. I'm talking about always being so hungry and eager to just be a better version of yourself. Always. Like, and you know, sometimes it's hard. Like sometimes when like I'm trying to learn something and it feels bad because I'm like, oh, I'm not good at this. But like, then you just have to kind of like be humble and just go, okay, yeah, I do suck at this thing. One of my Korean friends like was helping me with my 발음.
Yeah.
And it was hard because I was embarrassed.
Of course.
And I was like, you know, oh, I feel silly saying it like that because like when I speak with so much emotion.
Yeah.
And in English, that's like normal. And
That's normal, yeah.
and we speak like, you know, intonation and all that stuff. But in Korean, it's kind of more like,
It's very flat.
yeah, like.